Oh, hello there, CBeebies friends. It's me, Justin here, and it's Halloween. Woohoo! These are my 5 pumpkin friends. Why don't we sing a song about them? And why don't you join in too? Are you ready? 5 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. 5 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. And if one spooky pumpkin should roll into the spider's web, there'll be 4 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. Wait a second, I think we've lost one of our spooky pumpkins. Come on, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope we don't lose any more. Are you ready? Here we go. 4 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. 4 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. And if one spooky pumpkin should roll into the spider's web, there'll be 3 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. Oh, wait there, everyone. I think we've lost another pumpkin. Let's count them, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 3 spooky pumpkins left. Come on. 3 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. 3 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. And if one spooky pumpkin should roll into the spider's web, there'll be 2 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. Not another spooky pumpkin rolling into the spider's web. Let's count them. 1, 2. I really hope we don't lose any more. Sing along, everyone. 2 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. 2 spooky pumpkins bouncing on the step. And if one spooky pumpkin should roll into the spider's web, there'll be 1 spooky pumpkin bouncing on the step. Oh no! 1 spooky pumpkin left. Oh, come on! 1 spooky pumpkin bouncing on the step. 1 spooky pumpkin bouncing on the step. And if one spooky pumpkin shouts, "Come on, you lot, it's time for bed!" there'll be 5 spooky pumpkins back upon the step. Woohoo! Oh, look, everyone! Our 5 spooky pumpkins have returned. Happy Halloween! See you again soon. Bye-bye. Ooh.